Look at the moon. It's after 4 a.m. 4:13 a.m. Here's our deck. I'll show this to you when it gets light outside. I'm just letting dogs outside at the moment, but the moon, it's really bright. Okay, I said I would come back when it was morning, so it's morning. So, as you can see, my swing was there last year, but in the years before, it's been over here. I've got a nice little wide space over here. I've rearranged my furniture so you don't get a clear view of right out there at the pergola since this is in the way. And so why did I do that? Well, look what's missing on my swing. My canopy. So what happened there? Well, what happened was I ordered a new canopy cover, because remember the other one got a hole in it and it's kind of old. So we went to take all the frame apart like in the past when we've had to replace it. But because this swing, we bought this swing I think in 2008 or 2009, something like that. And so it's old. And they don't send the frames anymore, they just send you the cover, the fabric. Well, when we took it all apart, all the screws were rusted and the bolts and everything, and it would not go back together. So anyway, what I decided to do in a pinch was, hi, I got an umbrella. So this umbrella is one of those 9 feet umbrellas. That's a 7-foot umbrella over there. So I had to flip-flop my table and chair set because the trees, we even cut a branch off and this umbrella was still too wide to put over there. So I put it over here, and so, I mean, you know, when you're coming out the door, that's in the way, but that's okay. I actually kind of like it a little bit here because when you're coming out the door to go over to the table, you can just walk right over there, and this way if you want to go out to the yard, you just go right out there. I got all my pots ready, cleared things off. I didn't pull out all my little doodad things. That's all that I'm pulling out. I got my geese and I got some of my frogs. I got my squirrels there. That's about it. I'll get flowers after Mother's Day like I always do because I always wait for frost. In the meantime though, we have palms. This is a plant that Harry's cousin sent him when his mom died. And that's a little palm that we keep outside usually in the front, and then we bring it in the house in the winter, so I just put it over there. And we got this palm over here. This did not come back this year, came back last year, so I think it's dead. Obviously I'm gonna have to cut this off and get something new to put in there. And then I drug these out yesterday. These are my banners that we hang up here, and these are new. So there's that. Things are in bloom now, but very slowly. Mother Nature had hormonal issues this year. And so what happened was it got really warm, but then it would get really cold, and it stayed cold. Then it would warm up in the days, but really cold at night. Usually these leaves are so big. The lilacs leaves are usually about this big by now, and they're a lot smaller than that. The leaves on the trees are a lot smaller. The petals of the flowers on my plum trees, they just fell off here over the weekend. So usually this is what it looks like early April, and here we are early May. So everything's like a month behind. I'll show you the trees out front, the maples. The leaves should be really big by now. But anyway, so this is my little setup now. And we've cut our grass about 3 times already. And instead of walking through the yard, I will show you our tree that has got the flowers over here. First of all, I'll show you my leaves out front, but I'll show you my front door. Ta-da! And I got a little welcome on there. This wreath with the wood welcome and the butterflies was the only thing that was on here. I bought the daisies and the ladybugs and all these different flowers, and Carly decorated it. I did this like right around Easter when they had spring stuff come out. So I'm not going to open the door, but look at the trees. Usually they're so full because the leaves are so big at this time. And the elm, it's just now budding out. So, I mean, seriously, this time at May, I mean, everything's just ready, you know, for like the whole summer, you know. A little update. First of all, ta-da! Sandy spent a lot of time. Look at that. Do you notice anything without me even saying anything? Do you notice anything? Sandy got all that wax off of the floor. And so now what we're doing is I'm waiting a few more weeks because I want to clean the floors a few more times. I cleaned it all off with my steam mop and a scraper, and I got it all off. So I need to put polyurethane on. So I have to do that. And over here, it was on there, it's stuck on there pretty good. And the reason why is because with the dogs, and they've scratched, like run into the door when somebody's here. So it's hard to get that off. I'm going to get my sander and I'm going to sand this off. We already have some stain because the same thing was happening up in here, but it still needs to be sanded. You can see right there. But like all of this, we stained and it matches, you know, the floor. So as soon as I sand this and stain it, we'll be ready to polyurethane. Over there, a car went through the patio. I don't understand. Okay, so Carly and I have been out all day today, and we went into some shopping. We're here in Lancaster, and the road's all tore up because they're getting ready to repave it, which will be nice when it's repaved. But right now, it's rough, bumpy traveling. And so we've done all of our shopping, except we have one more store to shop at as we're heading home. But right now, we're going to stop at Good and Plenty, and we're going to get our dinner, which they'll have to be warmed up by the time we eat, because it's only 1:02 in the afternoon. So we've hit stores over here at the Rockvale outlets. We went to the Tangier outlets. There's their American Music Theater. And then we went over to the Christmas tree shop. And I forget where else we've been. We've been all over the place today. So we're gonna go get food and go home. My azalea bloomed, my hostas are up. And I want to show you this. And I'll show you this at night, what it looks like. Okay, so let me tell you what happened last night, about 7:30. So supposedly, Carly thought she saw Chloe get a penny off of the carpet and swallow a penny. And I said, how is a coin on the floor? Because we're always really good about keeping coins up off of the floor. And so anyway, Alex was eating Chex Mix. And you know how they had the little brown pieces? Well, from where Carly was sitting, she didn't know if it was a penny or if it was a piece of Chex Mix. Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but newer pennies from the 80s onward, they're made with zinc. And if a child swallows it, if an adult swallows it, if a dog swallows it, that's bad news, because the zinc starts breaking down with the stomach acids and everything, and it causes all kinds of problems. And so anyway, long story short, we tried inducing vomiting with Chloe. The vet said give her hydrogen peroxide. Well, she's a big girl, so the amount that he told us to give her did not work. And so he said, you know, come to the vet's office in the morning first thing and we'll do an x-ray. So they did an x-ray and she's all clear. So that's good. But he was telling me of another dog that happened to. And the people waited like a day or two after the dog had swallowed the penny. By then it was bad news. It was a smaller dog too, and it started breaking down all kinds of things, you know, making them anemic. That's what it does. It'll make a person or make an animal anemic. And so they treated the dog. The dog came through it after about a month or so, but then the dog developed diabetes because of all the meds that the dog was on. So anyway, so all right, Ellie had surgery last Friday. Today it's Wednesday. And this vlog, actually I started it last week. I've been trying to finish it, but so many things keep popping up. So anyway, long story short, she had to go for surgery. She had a little skin tag thing that was on her knee. They had to take that off. They had to clean her, not clean her gums. They have to trim them back, laser it, whatever they do. Because with boxers, they can get this condition where the gums grow over the teeth. And that was her problem. So they had to do that. And then, it was like February, I think, she developed this little lump or something that was growing on her back end, and it was red all the time. So they didn't know if it was a sore or what, but it kept getting bigger. And they said, we'll just take everything off, you know, when we do her surgery in May. Well, I should have had them do it a little bit sooner because it kept getting bigger. So it's off and it's okay, but I'm going to show you what her backside looks like, because they don't know if, you know, if it's ever cancer, so they have to take wide margins, you know, to make sure they get everything. And in doing so, they take a big area, not just the area at hand. And so, yeah, let me show you. It looks pretty ugly. And it'll take about probably a month for the fur to grow back where she's been shaved, but she's gonna have a scar, big scar. Okay, come over here, Ellie. So she's got her little arm shaved there because they had to do her IV, and that's where her little lump was. But then, look at this. Look at that there. Yep. Okay, so that's with Ellie. So we've been dealing with that. Her pain meds are almost gone, but she really doesn't need them too much anymore. So what else is going on? I got a landscaper guy coming here Monday that's going to get my garden ready. He's going to clean out all my flower beds. And then we're going to mulch. We're not paying to have the mulch done because they charge you a whole lot more. We'll just do it ourselves. But as soon as they get the garden cleared out, I'm going to get my garden in. In the meantime, I don't put flowers in until after Mother's Day or right before Mother's Day. That's the rule of thumb. Right before meaning you could do it like the day before, like Saturday. This Saturday, I'll probably go get flowers. We still haven't had our frost yet. So if we do get a late frost, I'll just have to cover everything with sheets. I've had to do that before. But anyway, so the flowers are going in the flower pots, and then I bought let's see if you can see. I'll go up there. See these planter things here? We're going to plant spinach and onions and what was the other thing? Lettuce in those. So anyhow, I was over at the Christmas tree shop yesterday. I got a new lantern, solar lantern here, and another one that's over at my Happy Place area. Where's my finger so I can see it? Well, it's kind of translucent. You can't really see it. But anyway, here, this is another little solar lantern thing here. So I've got that. These bushes are coming out. These two here, because see how much of my walkway they take? And so I want to be freed up from this. They started growing out this way instead of back in there. So they're coming out. This thing died, except it's alive here and at the very end over there. But this completely died, so this is all going out. And I don't know what I'm putting in here yet. I'm thinking about taking the 3 planters and just bringing them in here, putting flowers in. I've sprayed grass because I've had a lot of grass grow. So that's all getting cleaned out though when the landscaper guys come. Okay, so that's it for this vlog. So I can get this up for you guys because I said I'd come back when it got nice out. It's been nice out, but still just chaotic things going on. In the meantime, I gotta go get my shed keys because I've got to cut the grass. And I haven't brought my fountains out either. I have a fountain for back here and one on the front porch. I'll probably bring those out Saturday when I do flowers. I always wait, you know, because you want the evenings to be not so cold, you know. So anyway, that's it, you guys. I hope everybody's having a lovely spring. It's been a lovely spring here, but it's just been a little bit, you know, chaotic a little bit. So anyway, I'll see you next vlog. Bye.